The clips from the day I was talking about there, the little street playing around, I will put those in right now. I'll let you guys watch those. And then I'll talk more about what my plans with the channel is and more about the truck. We go to. We'll do a small burnout, hold it to about the 330, not hurt to the 8. Should a good safe spot. SD6AL2, got the 2-step. We're running a 3500 style converter. It's really hard to style what they're advertised for because that's like some kind of flash style. I'm not real up to speed on all the crap in a converter. But that right there, that's flash style. It's like not really flash style. It's leave it on the butt at 3,000. Every now and then, depending on how good it's hooking, you get kind of like it kind of spins the tires before it really leaves. You're spinning before you're leaving, so it's killing your 60, but when you get out, it really gets to get to it. And that right there, that was a really solid pass for the truck. It's actually kind of fastest one it's made, but done a little video today. It was earlier today I posted up, but what I did was I went up the road here in Mexico, you know, did a little video on the S10 inside doing a pull and the outside doing a pull, and we spun some because really I just kind of dry hopped it once or twice and did it, but really just trying to get a video done. But I guess what would add the most time to the video would be showing you the S10, telling you about it, telling you how it came to be, all that good stuff. So see what I can do with that. All right, for starters, it's 82 S10. It comes stock with the 1.9 liter V6, if I'm not mistaken. 82 was the first year of the S10, they tell me. And as far as I've read, and that was an Izu motor. And it's pretty much like the same thing as the 4.3. And what we did was we got the Trans Depot motor mount adapter kit. And the first motor that I put in it was a bone stock 350 with a mild eBay cam in it. It's actually over here. I can show it to you. We still kept it around for future stuff, but there it is. And then eventually I blew it up, driving it in high school and being an idiot and all that good stuff. But bored that motor 30 thousandths over, put a Eagle crank in it, stock throw crank, all that good stuff. Turned it into just a Vortec headed 355. Ran it once or twice at the local drag strip. Didn't really know what I was doing. You know, first time drag racing on a track, and then come across a good deal on the motor that's in it now. Is a aluminum headed 406 small block Chevrolet. I'm not really sure the cam spec. This winter we're supposed to be pulling back out and putting a Lenati drag cam, solid lift cam in it. That'll be a good video. Good in-depth video on how to change cam and lifters. And when I put the motor in it, we did a spring job. Went up to a 650 pound opening pressure spring. So it's got the springs to take it. Inside the motor that I know of, it has 1.5 to 1 ratio rockers. I run a MSD 6AL2 with a HEI distributor that's been gutted out just to run that. It's got a 750 Holly on it, double pumper. I run the short water pump for a long time, and ran into a lot of belt issues that slinging belts at high RPMs, and you know, it was a pain in the neck. So eventually we just went and put a long water pump on it. The battery's still up front. I plan on relocating that. The transmission is a 400 turbo out of an 88 model Winnebago. Had the 454, big wheel I can hit. It pulls good. I'm wanting this winter, when I do the cam swap, to put a manual valve body in it, because it's still doing the thing where it shifts itself out of first gear at 6,000, which that'd be another video for transmission. I run a 2810.5 no-W rear Mickey Thompson slick with a welded 10 bolt. Go ahead and say a prayer for that 10 bolt. It probably won't be in there very long. It's already killed it once. We put a new carrier and all that in it, and it's on its last legs for that, because we don't just get it out and be easy on it. We get it when we get it out. Inside, I run a Kirky hand-me-down seat, nothing special. Run a TCI all-forward shifter, stock steering wheel, set of eBay dash, pods and cluster thingy-majigger. Run a tack from Advance Auto. Probably the nicest thing inside is probably the daggone motor trend floor mats. But it's a rough truck. We did the build when I was in high school, and it probably took 2 years. That was me cutting grass and working part-time jobs to build it with eBay parts, and I didn't really know anything about filming or talking to the camera or anything like that then. But now I kind of want to get into that, and maybe somebody else that's wanting to do a build, maybe try to give them some tips and stuff that I'd ran into over the years of doing this little build. This was my first build. I did the motor, assembled the motor. The only thing that wasn't done by me was machine work in the motor. But I custom made my cross member from the old one. I put the mounts where they are, which wasn't that bad. Any kind of metal fabrication work I've tried to do myself. My trade's welding. That's what I do to pay for this junk. But I want to try to make videos that nobody else can post. Like, you know, it's really easy to get them here and edit out the parts that you struggle with. You know, you watch people take, say, for instance, they just want to change a water pump, you know, and you get down in there and you see you're following along with the video, and they seem to blow through it. Well, they probably edited out the part that they're struggling with, you know. And I want to film the parts that you struggle with and show the mistakes that I make doing it. That way you just, for one, don't feel like you're the only one making the mistakes, and two, I can kind of show you how I got through them. Now, I'm not saying that anything I'm going to do on this channel is going to be like up to code or anything ASE or nothing like that. Nobody is going to want to put what I'm doing into the book and see if it's right, because it's probably not. You know, I'm learning as I go, and I'm watching other YouTubers, watching and learning from what I can, and all these parts is, I mean, there's some nice name brand parts on here, but there's a lot of other stuff that I see that you're just buying a brand that I went ahead and just bought the cheapo version. But I really hope that I can do good as far as showing other guys. You know, I really don't want to get on here and just do it just to, what you'd say, just for the heck of it. I mean, I want to film my stuff, and I think that I got a few good things on here that I can show and share that you guys could use. But the passenger seat is a Cavalier seat. That's what the driver's seat was up until about a month ago, and I put the hand-me-down Kirky there in it. The 2 buttons on the dash, those are the top one's just the 2-step, the bottom one's just the dummy button. It's not anything right now. Hopefully I can make that the purge for the nitrous one of these days when I break down and buy that. Taking a peek under the rear of the truck there. Like I said, we run still the stock 10 bolt. And if I'm not mistaken, I've never changed the shocks, so those are probably gonna be your factory shocks. They're shot looking right there. I'm gonna say shocks. We hope this truck a lot. May end up buying some of them on for the next video, if I can remember to do that. But we run a 410 motive gear in there, just come from Jag, just a $150 gear. I don't know if it's one of them things you get what you pay for, but that's held up so far to decently prep tracks. Coming off the fuel cylinder in the back, all I did was cut the bed out to hold the sump, and then I took a roll of fuel line that I bought on the internet and ran my fuel line up the frame with these hangers and just run it. I still run a mechanical pump there. Hopefully I can get the Holly blue or the Holly red for the winter project and have some more things to video on how to install. Still run stock suspension up front. Still run the stock disc brake kit for the front. Nothing special there. To be honest, I've never really even changed the pads. They were decent when I got it. The truck also, when I got it, had the, like I was saying, the 1.9 liter. It had the, I guess, I'm pretty sure it's the turbo 200. It's either 200 or 250. I'm not 100%, but. And I had a 350 turbo, and I had 2 350 turbos, and I live across the mountain, and it claimed 2 of those because I thought that if I didn't run the vacuum that I technically had a pro mod race car for some reason when I was 16, and well, that's not the case. But long story short, I killed 2 of them before I got to the 400 turbo. We run ZQ8s off of a newer model S10 for the street tires. I'm gonna take it out and street it. But right now we're just kind of got it in track mode. I planned on going to a testing tune this past weekend, but I ended up having to work all weekend. The truck is kind of where I want it right now. Kind of where I can still drive it and not necessarily get out and have to worry about it, you know. Had to try to find a special type of fuel. I can still run pump gas right now. I'm not 100% on the compression, but it's still pump gas. You know, that's what I run. But I appreciate you watching the video. And if you don't care, just subscribe it there and share it. Got a lot of cool stuff I'd like to do. I'm always doing something different. Some nights we may go Jeep riding. We may do, you know, if there's enough people that gets on here that want to see some of the stuff that maybe I will on at work. If I can do that, I can do that. We've got another truck over here. It's one of the Yoder Chevrolets. It's one of the Mark III trucks. It's in progress of getting a new motor. That'll be filmed. We do dirt bikes. I've got a KX right now. I just did a bottom end in 4-wheelers. You know, we fish. We do all kinds of different stuff. I don't want to get stale just doing race cars because, you know, everything has its season, I think. But definitely just subscribe to me and maybe share it, give it a like, give me a comment. Definitely comment back if I'm doing something wrong in videoing, or if you see a different way that I may work on something or do something, and just tell me. I mean, I'd love to hear it. Never gonna get mad about that. Just let me know that. But appreciate you watching. Just go ahead and like and share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.